whichever setup you actually have, you have that flexibility. You are paying a premium for that. So when you're buying 2 single head units, obviously it's not going to be as as affordable as just 1 2-head unit, and you're paying for that premium of being versatile enough to have two machines that can do 2 separate things, or 2 machines that do the same thing. So Vito Manzioni asked, we are outgrowing our 1501 TC. Would it be better to trade in / sell it and go to a 1502, or just purchase another 1501 TC? Great question. So Vito, it really depends on what type of items you're doing and the flow of your business. If you're a personalization shop and you do a lot of personalized items, or these one-off type of orders or small orders, right? Usually about a dozen or 2 dozen, then it wouldn't really make sense for you to go with a 2-head and trade a 1-head in. Because then, if you have these one-off orders and personalization orders, you might not be as flexible and as versatile to complete these orders in a quick turnaround time. Now, if your business is more volume and you're doing less personalized goods, and through the time that you've used your 1501 TC, you've seen that you take on a lot of bulk orders that are just, the same logo on, 100 polo shirts, or the same logo on 200 hats, and that's the typical order that you get, then it would make sense to go with a 2-head, because obviously you can do more in one single run and only set it up once versus setting up, two at the same time. Now, 2 1501s do give you the flexibility to do both individual items of different types, or run them as a 2-head, so that they can run the same logo at the same time. However, obviously the cost is going to be different, right? If you get 2 single heads, because of the versatility and the option you have to use those machines separately, and because of the portability of 2 single head units, you can move one to this room, the other one, on the road, or whichever setup you actually have, you have that flexibility. You are paying a premium for that. So when you're buying 2 single head units, obviously it's not going to be as as affordable as just 1 2-head unit, right? So that's something to consider. But you're paying for that optionality, and you're paying for that premium of being versatile enough to have two machines that can do 2 separate things, or 2 machines that do the same thing. When you have a 2-head, it will only make sense if you are doing more bulk items, right? So that you are doing more bulk orders of the same item, the same logo, so that you can set it up and run more you can do more items within one single run. That will cut your cost down, not only in terms of the equipment, but because you're turning around much faster, you're able to produce more output in the same given amount of time as someone would on a single head machine. So in both ways, you're cutting costs, but it really depends on what types of items you are doing and how your business actually is. So it's that you need to determine whether you can, it's better to go with 2 single heads. That's going to cost more, but because of the nature of your business and the nature of your orders, it makes sense. Or you will go with a 2-head that's going to cost less, and even if you trade one in, you should always have a single head around to do samples if needed. So if anything, I would recommend not trading it in and perhaps just getting the 2-head in addition. But if budget doesn't allow, and you only you need 2 heads to increase volume, but also you want to trade in the single head, then yeah, know that you are stuck with the 2-head, in that it's more suitable for bulkier orders and larger items, but you will lose that flexibility of doing single one-off orders. You would have to turn off 1 head to turn it into a single head and run 1 order at a time, if that's the type of order you're doing on a 2-head machine. So it wouldn't be a good utilization of your 2-head if you're doing these one-off orders. So ask yourself those couple of questions, and then you will come to the natural answer as to what makes sense for your business.